Hey folks, nice Mrs. Doubtfire impression. This is Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin.
I'm Cassie.
And hey kids, this is the Raw Glasgow Review. God, that was horrible. Glass cow, apparently. Glasgow.
That's what your voice is making me think of. The circus.
I mean, you realize the urge I'm trying to make, make a joke about fitting people into a clown car.
I'll make it for you. My dad already wanted to buy me a smart car.
Still too big. Anyway, so Stephanie coming out, hype for Survivor Series.
Woo!
It was a terrible Ric Flair impression. Boos for Reigns. My God.
Boos for Reigns.
So many boos for Reigns. No, it's a boo day. Yes, it is. So Team Raw consists of Rollins, Braun, Owens, Jericho, and Reigns. And they're all going to fight tonight because they all brawled during the segment. It was fine. I mean, this segment is typical of Raw. If a talking segment's going to kick off, they're either really good or...
I can't believe we only had 5 matches. Or
6, actually.
6.
It's okay. To be fair, 2, 3 of them didn't matter.
I completely forgot about the cruiserweight, which we'll get to.
Yes, we will get to. We would get to a lot quicker if we weren't just stumbling around. This was... It was a fine opening segment for what it was. At least, if you're going to suddenly have everybody out there and like you have less than 2 weeks to hype for Survivor Series, you might as well do what you can. Hey, Finn. Producer's back there. Anyway, so Jericho and Owens, that was gold. They even were in sync at one point. Bye. And that was really nice. And then you had Noam Dar, huge pop for the home country boy. And Brian Kendrick versus I Keep Getting Him Backstage Fight Sin Cara and Rich Swann. I want Rich Swann to be working with Wax. Can you handle this? Can you handle this? Ow. It was a quick match. I mean, they introduced everybody, had a couple minutes of action, commercials, couple more minutes, and then it's over. Guys, this is what we feared with the Cruiserweights. It's a good thing they're giving them the 205 live special, which will be taped, I guess, after SmackDown, which is weird. It won't be taped after Raw, obviously, because you already drained the crowd enough with a 3-hour show. But, I mean, it was fine, but they're not using the Cruiserweights right. It was nice to see Noam Dar get a big reaction.
Yeah.
And Rich Swann's pretty over. Kendrick makes her a good heel champion, so it was fine, but eh. And a future feud, obviously, between Kendrick and Dar is a way to get a hometown pop for the home country guy. Cool. Goldberg stuff, don't care. I don't care. I do not want to see a nearly 50-year-old guy get in the ring.
Lesnar, I don't even care about this.
Lesnar doesn't even care about this.
Heyman was yawning during the freaking interview.
It was he hadn't had his HGH. It was, wearing off. But anyway, that was, I don't know. It's just, I'm glad the Goldberg's getting to do this stuff for his son. I just don't care otherwise. He wasn't any good when he was in his WWE run. People can say whether he's motivated or not. I just didn't care. Exactly. That's it. That sums it up.
Not even doing that.
And Zayn facing Ziggler at Survivor Series. First. He's going to face Rusev. We'll get to that match later. Huge pop for Enzo and Cass. My goodness. Shane and Bryan on Raw next week to hype Survivor Series.
Woo!
And they're even... Again, terrible Ric Flair impression. That was
I could go get a beer and have a better one.
You would need more than a beer to do a good Ric Flair impression. So Enzo and Cass, Golden Truth, Sheamus and Cesaro, Gallows and Anderson talking. I feel like I'm forgetting a team. No, that was it. That was all of them. That tag team segment went on forever. Then you had New Day come out as Braveheart.
Golden Truth.
Yeah, I did say Golden Truth.
Okay.
Did I? I don't remember.
Golden Truth.
Enzo and Cass.
New Day.
Sheamus and Cesaro, Gallows and Anderson. To be fair, we don't want Golden Truth ever on TV. So, New Day's Braveheart would have been funny if this segment already hadn't gone on way too long as it is. And then New Day went on forever. Look, New Day can be entertaining. This is better than that Old Day segment. My God, this is better than that. But exactly, that's what Old Day did to everybody. No, it fits. It fits perfectly. This tag team segment went on forever. Agreed?
Yes.
Horrible. It was just horrible.
Then you finally make a match out of it, like 10, 15 minutes into it.
It's like more like 20. It's like you were finally like, I thought you were doing Muhammad. I thought that's what you were doing. It's like, no, God. New Day versus Gallows and Anderson. because, you know, we haven't seen this match in about a month. At least Gallows and Anderson won. Good, I guess. I mean, I'm not really going to believe that Gallows and Anderson are getting any kind of serious push until at least December. If they keep this winning streak up and if they have a decent showing during Survivor Series, they don't have to be the surviving team.
They're not getting that much of a fan base, though.
Have the fans had any reason to get behind them?
Not really.
Exactly. They got fed to the Usos. They got fed to New Day.
I feel like they'll probably be stronger when Finn Balor comes back. And
What's next for Finn Balor?
When they actually join the Bullet Club up again.
Yeah, they were probably going to do that before Balor got injured. Stop taking the buckle bomb like that, Balor.
Oh, that rolls off the tongue.
Easy for you to say. That rolls off the tongue. Did not roll off your tongue very well. You sure you haven't had a beer tonight, Cassie?
I'm just so tired.
Man, it's just 4:40 a.m., so...
I didn't sleep well last night.
Nice drunk impression. I didn't sleep well.
You made you sound like the Joker.
Ricky! Anyway.
Except you go, you know I got these scars.
My father was a drunk. I like that. I hope he's shaking a knife here. I really do. Anyway, so... Lesnar stuff. Lesnar sounded like he didn't care one bit. Just didn't care. And, I mean, can you blame him? I mean, this match is...
I don't know why he agreed to it.
This is going to be like one of the easiest matches he's done. I mean, really. No, you take her. I'm busy.
You're bitter.
No. Anyway, I just didn't care for it. Jericho, Owens, and Braun with a fine backstage segment. If Braun can actually develop more of a character, more stuff kind of like this, it could work. I'm not saying he'll ever be a world champion, though Vince likes big guys, so he probably will be. But this is working so far, at
He needs
least.
to be paired with somebody who can feed off his energy a little better.
Ew. You're making me picture somebody feeding
No, I was
off.
thinking of Ryback, so.
Ryback's done, and do
Yes,
not
I
pair
know.
Axel with Braun. Braun Axel.
I'm talking about the same concept, not the same people.
Teaming with Bo Braun. But anyway, Shining Stars versus Golden Truth, the winning team gets to be on the Raw Tag Team Survivor Series team thing. You can hear a effing pin drop during this. Horrible. I'm not talking about it anymore. Awful. Shining Stars win. Terrible. Agreed?
I think I blacked out a little bit.
Excuse me, you African-American out. Anyway, so we move on to the women's segment. Charlotte, Nia, Alicia, Bayley, and Sasha are the team for Raw. Dana's an alternate. I mean, maybe Kyle came up with an idea. He's back there somewhere that Charlotte could say she's injured and Dana could take her place. Maybe a way for Charlotte to not have to get, into any of this action. She doesn't really care because she's above the rest of the women. That's possible. Boy, the crowd took this segment over. Now, there are some people that are divided on this. I have no problem with an energetic crowd. I did not mind them drowning out Charlotte.
It got old after a while, though.
It did, but here's the thing. The crowd has not had a reason to get as invested in Charlotte. Some. Now, Charlotte has improved. She is certainly a very good heel when she is not being scripted so much.
Yeah.
The stuff she was doing in the Hell in a Cell match with Sasha was fine. She was able to be a good heel.
Well, do you think she can actually cut a promo better when she's not scripted?
Yes. Actually, I think in NXT, she cut better promos.
Yeah.
She wasn't as scripted. That's the problem with Vince. Vince is scripting the talents too much. Some can adapt to it, some can't. Charlotte cannot adapt as well to scripting.
Give them a foundation and just let them build up from there.
Judging by the makeup of some of those women, I think they had too much foundation on. But anyway, I didn't mind. It was edited, obviously, apparently, according to a lot of people that were there live. And I read some of those tweets during some of the commercial breaks. There were a lot of people that it was a lot of chance that were edited, and I could kind of tell that. But still, a lot of the tweets came through. Glasgow, you were very, very passionate. It was very cool. Very, very vocal. My God, you guys hated Sheamus. I don't know why. There's no tension between
It's not
Ireland.
like he did anything to antagonize
There's no tension between Ireland and Scotland. I don't know why. That's sarcasm, by the way.
him.
Anyway,
A big neon sign.
neon sign with sarcasm. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Can't afford that.
With Sheamus's picture on it.
No, he is a neon sign. So then we go to a women's match. Alicia, Bailey, and Sasha versus Charlotte, Nia, and Dana. It was a bit sloppy. And that's not being a bad joke. It was just a bit sloppy. It was fine. It served its purpose. Obviously, the women are going to be divided. Same on SmackDown. It's going to be mixing faces and heels. It could work, but exactly. This match wasn't really all that good.
I'm not trying to do this.
Shame. 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 I like how you almost poked me in the eye because I was leaning
Yeah, your
close.
eyes down here.
My eyes are up here.
Are we still going with the Joker thing? Are you still going with the Joker or the helium thing?
My eyes are up here.
He was doing that the whole show.
I was doing it half the show, actually. You ever
Especially
seen
on the Pop-Tart
if you
commercials.
ever see the Pop-Tart commercial about the presidential election thing, well, I think, oh, God, I'm in the toaster, the pain of it all. Oh, my God, it burns. It burns. Ow. Anyway, that match was a bit sloppy, but whatever. It was nice to at least see most of these women on there. We hadn't seen Nia on Raw in a while, and same with Alicia.
I'm still convinced she's Tamina.
No, Tamina's out probably trying to bail her dad out of jail because he's a murderer. Stupid Jimmy Snuka, thinking he could get away with it.
I didn't know this.
Lana, I'll explain it to you later. Lana and Plaid, whew, my goodness. Zayn versus Rusev, it was fine. At least we didn't have Rusev win because
Rusev big boy now.
Rusev with his long, luxurious Bulgarian salon quality hair.
Is this 5 o'clock shadow? He's pretending to be a big boy now.
He had a cool looking beard. Why'd he get rid of it? Anyway, at least Zayn won. We did not get Ziggler versus Rusev. We do not need a revisiting of that angle from last year.
Why was he in the promo if he wasn't?
Because the winner gets to face Ziggler at Survivor Series.
Okay.
Were you not paying attention to what Zayn
No.
was saying to Stephanie?
No.
Okay, good. Basically, that's Ziggler issued an open challenge to Raw on SmackDown last week.
Okay.
And Zayn's going to be the guy facing him. Zayn versus Ziggler will be a fun match. AKA, Miz will probably come out and attack Zayn. Miz will say he jumped to Raw, and he will face Ziggler.
Probably.
That's probably what's going to
Is
happen.
that your prediction now?
Sure, why not?
It is official.
It's official to who? Who?
Who?
Who?
Who?
You sound more like you got goose than anything else. And then we go to Rollins versus Jericho versus Owens versus Braun versus Reigns. A lot of boos for Reigns. It's pretty sad that in the last hour they had 3 matches. That's as many matches as they had in the first 2 hours of Raw. A lot of filler here. I mean, a lot of filler. This was the best match of the night. Every person looked really strong. No one looked super weak. And the finish was good.
Weak.
Dude, weak. Dude, tweak. Anyway,
Don't do that again. Stop that.
I like how you're trying to sound like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Anyway, so you have everybody looked pretty strong, and you had the finish at the end that
That should be my Halloween costume
Owens got
next year.
what?
The Pillsbury Doughboy or Dough Girl.
You don't have the right equipment to be the Doughboy.
Well, I could just morph it out of dough.
You're gonna twist like a tube of dough right there. Kids, this is how you were made. Ha ha! Anyway, so
You're still doing the helium voice.
the helium voice.
Voice.
Again, she's being goosed here by somebody. Anyway, so Owens winning, pinning Jericho after Reigns knocked him out. That was a good way. You're going to build more tension between Owens and Jericho. That sounds a little wrong.
Tension's
But-
dead.
On that note, folks, Raw in general. Oh God,
Wow, you're getting some tension thinking about Lana, aren't you?
I'm thinking about Ashley. Anyway, this was okay. What was Raw? I'm really waffling back and forth. I like the crowd's energy. I'll give it a C minus. Because, you know what? I will actually give it a C. I will agree with you. Because, at least,
Yeah.
it had some hype for Survivor Series. The problem is you have all this infighting among these teams. How are you supposed to buy into them really coexisting? And same with SmackDown. But it's pretty bad that the best use you have for the cruiserweights is like a 6 minute match,
Yep.
cutting into the commercials.
I still don't feel like Kendrick's gonna last very long in the cruiserweight.
He may not. He may be out by He may be not Survivor Series. He may be out by Mania. Not as champion. He may lose the championship soon.
It seems like there's not enough heels versus faces.
They're still establishing characters, but we'll talk about that on our thing. So C grade. I like the crowds. I like the crowd. That's what Paige says to Del Rio. I like the crowd's energy. I agree with you. It did get a little overbearing at some points. Maybe they seemed like they were hijacking the show, but
they were bored.
But see, here's the thing. It's again. I mean, Charlotte's kind of in a no-win situation. The way they're booking her, this is her third title reign. This is the third time she's won the title. She lost the title in July, won it at SummerSlam, lost it at around.
They're playing hot potato with
they are, and it's. I mean, yeah, they're keeping up her streak of undefeated on pay-per-view, like as far as title matches, but still, it's just not working. I don't know. Anyway, so it was a C average show. If you watch it on your DVR, fine. You've skipped through quite a bit of it. But anyway, that's what I gotta say. Do you agree with what I said? Do you agree with what she said? Do you agree with the producer who decided to walk over there? Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Twitter link is in the description. Apparently, down. Up, down. Anyway, it's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin. She's hitchhiking. We will see you soon.